Hey guys, thank you for watching my YouTube video. I normally play under the handle of Pericles. So the reason I'm making this video is to help people such as myself who identify with the mighty potato in PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds get some chicken dinners. So there's nothing more frustrating than playing a lot of PlayerUnknown and never getting any wins. And I sort of never won anything, and then I started to sort of think about my strategy, and now I sort of regularly get wins in all three game types. So hopefully this video will be helpful. I will say that if you're already extremely good at shooters, or your sort of goal is to get 20 kills a game like some of the streamers out there, this video is not for you. This video is more for people who, have sort of average shooter skills, who've been playing this game a while, and would like to get some wins. So before we jump into some of the clips I have illustrating my strategy, I just want to sort of lay out the general background, which is I sort of think of the game and divide it up into three phases. There's the opening phase, where you're dropping and looting. There's the mid-game phase, where you're sort of looking for any items you maybe didn't get in the opening phase, maybe killing a few people to take their stuff, but more looking for a position for the end game. And then finally, of course, there's the end game, where you're just looking to win. So let's hop into some of these clips here. So here we're in the opening phase. I'm in Melt to Power, where I drop all the time. So before we jump into this, let me just say I think, especially if you're a beginner, you ought to pick like 3 or 4 spots and just practice dropping on those spots. Don't pick a new spot every time. You just want to get comfortable with the layout, with fighting people in those initial spots, and with moving around the map from that location where the good cover is, that kind of thing. So I practiced this one quite a lot, and this clip is sort of illustrating one of the most important parts of playing PUBG, which is to have patience. So I'm here. I hear the guy running around. I've been waiting for a while. Some people would just charge up the stairs. Some people could actually win just charging up the stairs. But I'd rather play it safe. I'd rather just be patient, wait for this guy to come down. I have a VSS. I'm pretty confident once I see him, I'll be able to kill him. So just waiting here. No, he's up there. Here he comes. He hops down. Let's kill him. So there you go. So again, two important takeaways from here. Practice practice an area. I knew sort of where the guy could be coming from based on where I heard him, where he could jump down, where he could get down, and then just be patient once you know where he is. You don't need to throw away a sure kill just to, save a few minutes. Let's look at a little bit less passive one. Here I'm in the mansion behind Yasnaya, another place I practice a good bit. I hear somebody walking around outside. I know sort of how to get in and out of the mansion. I know based on the sound where he's likely to be. So just wait. I get pretty confident. I jump out. There he is. Not expecting it. Just kill him with a headshot. So again, practice the area. If you are in an advantageous position, then you can just go for it. If not, again, be patient. So let's look at the mid game. So here I am. The mid game, I dropped on power plant again. Now I'm looking to fill up a couple of slots that I'm missing, and sort of just get into a good position to like the end game of the top 10. So now there's a guy out there. And here, let me talk about one thing. A common mistake I see people make again and again when they're beginners is they don't press shift when they're doing this long range fighting. And that really helps your recoil. If you have a lot of recoil, there's almost no way I would have made that. If I had the recoil, there's almost no way I would have made that shot. So make sure you press shift when you're doing the sort of the longer range combat. And one of the reasons it's kind of annoying is if you press shift first and then right click to zoom in, then it doesn't work. You have to right click in and shift. So that's a mistake I caught myself making a lot, is I would press shift and then right click, and then I would have crazy recoil. So don't do that. So here I'm running along, just looking to check anyone in the circle. I see someone. Again, holding down shift. Not gonna win any marksmanship awards here, but I have a silencer, so I can afford to wait, and I finally get him. and I wouldn't even have got that at that distance without the aim assist. So now let's skip ahead. I loot this guy. So I'm looking for a good spot to wait for the circle to close. Because I don't know where I should go until then, and I've got most of the items I need. So there's no point in picking a fight if I don't need to. And if you look at this little dip in the ground, it's sort of a good position. Probably nobody's going to sneak up on me. Nobody's going to be able to see me as they're just wandering around. And I see some vehicles, so I'm just going to wait for the circle to get a better idea of where to go. Again, this part of the game you have to have a lot of patience for. So you could play the game more like some of the streamers do, where they go looking for fights, they win the fights. But if you haven't sort of got a lot of victories under your belt, what's the point of risking it when you could just play conservatively and greatly increase your chances of winning? So let's skip ahead here. I grab this damaged buggy, go over to this jeep, and now I'm going to go to the middle here. You could go to the edge and sort of play the edge, but I'd rather go to the middle, especially because I'm not sure yet whether it's going to be a city ending or a field ending. And if it's a field ending, I'd rather be in the field and then come out of the city, as opposed to being in the field and then going into the city. That's just personal preference. You can think about how you'd like to play that. But as long as you have a plan, as long as you're thinking strategically, you're probably on the right track. So again, I'm going to just go forward until I find sort of a nice place to hide, until I know where the circle's going to be. And I'm sort of in a low-lying area of the field. I've got a little hill covering me. My Jeep's over on the other side of the hill. So I'm just waiting. And I'll skip ahead again. And I see the circle is going to be, it's definitely going to be Yuzhnaya ending. I've been hearing a lot of firing. You can probably hear it earlier in the video. So I'm going to just go back in my Jeep. Instead of going straight in, I'm going to go around to the back of the building. Because, again, I don't want to take any unnecessary fights now. Because I'm getting close to the end game, I'd rather maximize my chance to get that chicken. So, now I'm in the Yuzhnaya. I'm again, a place where it's hard for people to sneak up on me, a place where I don't think a lot of people will be coming. So I'll just wait and see where the next circle is going to go. So I'll just skip ahead again. So now the circle's coming. So now I gotta get in. I start moving. I've got my close quarters combat weapon out. And I'm just looking to see where I need to go next. Speed up a little bit here. Oops, sorry for that. So again, watching the circle. I'll skip ahead just a little bit. Hear people fighting. So I see a guy. Doubtful whether I really needed to take that shot. That could have been a strategic error because I let people know where I am, but I have a silencer, so. In this case, I'm getting close to the top 10, so I want to start making sure that my competitors are not in a good spot. So, okay, so now I have to move again. Speed up just a little bit. Just looking for a good path into the building, just looking for my cover. Again, a lot of the mid-game is just looking for a good path to avoid unnecessary fights. Oh, so somebody's attacking me. Another mistake I see a lot of people make is they get attacked and they just freeze. So it's almost always better just to move somewhere and try and get cover. So this guy, I realize, is not rushing me. I start to heal. Just waiting for him to show up. I hear him coming. I feel like I'm going to finish healing first, though. Now I'm ready. I see him. And, yep, now I'm in the top 10. I'm in the final circle. I'm in the end game. So now let's talk about how you play the end game. So there's basically two strategies. One strategy can play the edge. And this is what I do. I'm doing a duo match here with a friend. And we're just sort of if you see the circle down here, we're going along the edge to where the blue is close to the white, and we're just staying along the edge of the circle and watching our back. And let me skip ahead to the next circle. So we loot those guys again. We're on the edge of the circle. We're taking our time. We're looking to see what the best way to get into the next circle is, but we're going to keep going along on concentric circles. So here we're going along. We're looking for cover to get into the next circle. We find this really nice defile, and we're just looking ahead to see if we see anyone blocking our approach to the next circle, and we just keep doing that. And we're moving in. And when you're doing this sort of circle strategy, it's important to look for alternative cover in case along the edge of the circle in case it's already occupied. See, my buddy here got hit, so we're going to move into our alternative cover, which is also on the edge of the circle. So let me jump ahead. So now we're in the last circle. We see a guy. I think my friend already killed him, so I'm sort of wasting shots here. Now there's only 3 alive, so we're gonna look for the final circle and sort of get to the edge. This is an important thing. At this point, you're not gonna do a lot more healing, so make sure you use the rest of your boosts. It could be the difference between life and death. So we're just looking again how to get into the edge of the circle. There's one more guy. So we have the advantage. My friend sort of takes fire, so I'm going to take this opportunity to move up the circle and look for him. And now I'm on the edge again. I sort of see him. Oh, I don't see him on the right, but he's on the right. You probably saw it there. My friend finally tells me where he is. I start looking for him. And there he is. So again, holding shift, taking my shots, and there's our win. Just concentric circles, taking advantage of the cover as we go along. So that's one strategy. A lot of people like that. You can see I didn't play particularly well there, but just using that strategy, we were able to finally put it away. So here's the final strategy you can look at, and that is just playing the center. So playing the center, you look for, it's pretty self-explanatory, you look for pretty much where the center is going to be, and you try and own it. So here I see it's going to be a circle ending, so I'm just going to wait. I don't think anyone can really see me. I've got sort of a dip in the ground here. Somebody up in the trees could definitely snipe me if they were looking, but I don't think it's too likely based on earlier in the mid-game where I was sort of trying to figure out where people were. So let's skip ahead here. So now the circle contracts. I'm again just right smack dab in the middle of the circle. So now I'm really not too worried about those trees up there. I really can't see too much, but if somebody gets close to me, I could kill them. And really hard for them to see me. So, and I'm pretty much guaranteed that if I'm not in the next circle, I'll be very close to it. So let's skip ahead here. So the next circle is closed. I'm sort of on the edge. I hear someone running around. So at this point, just because it's a field ending and I'm prone, I don't want to move too wildly. So I don't immediately start crawling right away to the center. Right, so let's skip ahead here. Again, I know I'm going to be pretty close to the next center because this is the end. I'm down to 3 people. Really taking the terrain. I don't really want to pick a fight here if I don't have to. I'd rather they just kill each other. And since I've been sort of in this area for a while, the odds that people know exactly where I am are pretty slim. So I'm just being patient here. Waiting for probably not too much will happen until the circle ends, so let me speed that up here. So now the gas is coming in. Again, I'm not in a rush. It's important, again, as in all stages of the game, just be as patient as you can. Since I'm on the edge, finally, look to the left and right. You should be able to hear anyone if they make noise. So I'm going to start moving around the other way. So I hear noises. Don't see anything yet. Speed this part up just a little bit. So I hear the fighting. I'm just trying to get a good position for the end. So whoever kills the other guy, I try and hopefully know more or less where they are, and then I can just clean up. So nothing's exactly happening right now. Just use a boost. Not gonna need it later. Could mean the difference between life and death. You never know. I've got this nice little rise in the hill here. I don't really need to do anything. I know those guys are aware of where they are, so I'll just wait. Get them moving around. Nice little one here. Try and take a silent shot. Okay, so I know based on where the last shot was that it's over toward the direction I'm crawling in here. So I'm just going along the edge. Oh. So I got out of the zone a little bit there. It's fine. Think about healing. Cancel that because this guy wasn't patient, and there you go. So you can see none of these games were particularly, high quality games. Didn't play, spectacularly, but just sticking with these strategies, being patient, either playing the edge carefully or playing the center carefully, you can get a win. So thank you for watching. Hopefully, some of this was useful to you. If not, sorry. There's plenty of other better streamers out there. But if you're a potato and you want to get some wins as a noble potato, here you go. Thank you for watching, guys.